And this video is being recorded as part of Big Data course assignment, which is taught by Professor Kaushik Dutta at the University of South Florida. In this video, I will be answering these questions using this dataset, which has these columns. Uh, the total matches played in the years starting from 1970 to 2018. It has all the information of the different ODI matches played, who won, by what margin they have won, the match date, the ground. They have all the information, and I'll be using this data to answer these questions. I will be using a Hive query editor in this video. Now let's get started. First, I need to download this dataset, which I already did, and then I'll upload that to my VMware. And I did that already as well. So this is the dataset, this is the CSV, this is Excel. After I upload that to my VMware, I need to upload it to the HDFS file system. We can do that through the file browser. As you can see, actually this is not the one that I'm using right now. I have used a text file, but this is how we do it. We can upload, this is how we upload files to the HDFS file system using user interface, which is the Hive browser. We can also use terminal as well. Once we upload the data set into the HDFS system, then we create a table using the Hive browser. We use data browsers, we use metastore tables, and I have created the database already, which is cricket matches, but we can create a new database as well. I'll just show you how to do that. We need to go to databases and then click plus. We can give any name, a new database. As you can see now, a database has been created, which is test. The same way I have created this database, which is cricket matches, inside which I have added this table matches. I'll show you how to add the table. This is how we create a new table. We can do both ways. Here we can do manually, or if we have a file already which has the data, we can create a new table from the file. This is how we do it. We give the table name, we just do a test. We'll give the input file as well, and then we proceed, and then we give the delimiter. In this one I have taken a text to text file, and then I have given the tab delimiter, because when I give comma, I'll show you the thing with this file. In some cases we're not able to see this here, but in some match dates we have 18 July 73 comma 74, or 18 comma 19. We have some issues there, so I have used to avoid that, so that date will not go to the next column. I've used tab as my delimiter using a text file. So if we click next, our table will be created. Now let's go back to cricket matches and the table matches. So this is, I've already created a table with all the columns that we've seen. Now to answer these questions, let us run some queries. I'm using the Hive query editor to answer these questions. The first question is the total number of ODI played during the time frame. To answer this, I have this query. The reason I'm using this thing is because the thing I've noticed about this data is that the same ODI has been entered in two columns. Instead, I mean, let's say there is an India versus Pakistan match. It has been entered twice, saying Team One is India and Team Two is Pakistan in one row, and in the other row it has been replaced. Team One is Pakistan and Team Two is India. So that way we have duplicates. But using the scorecard, it has the ODI number, which is, for example, it is either ODI 25 or either ODI 26, which is the same number. So I'm using the distinctive scorecard to find the total number of matches. Let us run this. This takes some time actually. Okay, before this comes up, let us see the second question. The next one is the total number of teams. The total number of teams. Again, I gave uh, this is the one I gave. Select count of distinct as total number of teams from. The reason I've used union all is I'm just considering that there could be some teams which are only in team one and not in team two. So have given union all, which combines all the teams in team one and team two, and then from that I am giving a distinct and then count, which gives me the total number of teams they are. The previous query has run. So these are the total matches that we have, 3747. Now let's run the second query, which gives us the total number of teams. Okay, before this executes, let's say third question. The third one is which team won the most ODI during the time frame? Select winner, count of distinct scorecard as matches won from matches. This is the one I've used. Again, there's nothing different in this one. To get the top one, I've grouped by winner and then ordered by the count of the matches they won. So we'll get the top result, and I've limited to the first row. So we'll get the most one. Our second query has completed execution, and the total number of teams are 23. Now let's run the third one. Before this completes execution, third query, let us see what the fourth question is. Which team won the most ODI during each decade? So the question is, which team won the most matches in the 70s, which one in the 80s, which one in the 90s, which one in the 2000s, which one in the 2010s. So in each decade, which team won the most? Okay, the query executed, and the winner is Australia with 552 matches won in the overall time period. Since this is taking a lot of time, I've run the queries already. So this is the query to get which team won the most matches in each decade. So what I did is, let's come from the inner query. The first is, I've used a case statement, to differentiate between all these. I mean, for all these matches, I have given for all the matches played between 1971 to 80. I have labeled it as 1971 to 1980. So I've labeled all using the match that I've labeled in which decade they are played, and then I have selected the winners. Okay. I think I've cutted this. I got this one. Sorry. This should be count of distinctive scorecard. Yeah. So after this query, I get all the winners, and uh, I'll get the number of wins in each decade. On top of that query, I've used a partition by clause so that I'm partitioning based on decade, and then I'm ordering based on the number of wins. So what is happening is, I'm partitioning on based on each decade, and then ordering by the number of wins. So in each decade, my order will be which team won the most in the 1970s. It goes on, and then I'm ranking them using I'm labeling them as row number. So my first which row gets the first as one as the row number, that is that is the team that has won the most in that decade. So as you can see the last statement, I'm selecting that particular one. So the result I get is these are all the teams which has won in each decade, and these are the number of wins in each decade of that particular team. And the next question is, sorry, which team won the most playing the first innings, and which team won the most while playing the second innings? For that, also run the query already. This is the query I've used, and this is a small query. I've just I've given the count of just the scorecard. I've grouped by margin and winner, and then I've ordered by matches. And given the condition, we're just saying the first innings matches first. I mean, of the teams which won while playing first innings, which team has won the most? And the result is Australia with 309 matches. And let's see the second one. The query is executed. So while playing in the second innings, India has won the most number of matches with 265 wins. That is end of the fifth question. And the last and final one is, again, this and this are similar. The only thing here is, in each decade, which team has won the most number of away or neutral games, which is not their home country. So basically, it is the same query, except that we have just a small change in the where statement. I just this is the same query that I've used for this. The only change is that I've given the where condition, which is the winner is not the host country. So I'll get all the wins by each team where they are not the hosts. They have played either they won either by playing away or on a neutral ground. And the result of this statement is this. In the 1970s, West Indies has won the most away or neutral with 22 wins, and so on. West Indies again, Pakistan again, Australia again, Pakistan again. And this is our the last question, and that's about it. Thank you.